Alright. Let's head back. We still get the subtitles.
Seems a bit dirty, though.
We can still hear them. Whee! When you're on the ship, there should be a dialogue option for Morden to talk about culture. Yeah, I'll go. I mean, I'll be going to talk to him now since I've done his thing, and I gotta do...
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Fine. I'll check my emails. To Grunt's Commander, from Shaman Erdnot. Damn it, I hate these things, but you need to hear this. You're part of Grunt's Krant, and you're his leader. So keep him alive. There, I have to stay polite, play the role. But our people are dying. Krogan have always valued survival over tradition. If we're going to survive as a people, we need your vat-grown grunt. Okir was a madman, but he was a madman with a plan. And that's more than most have on this ball of rock. So bring him back from your damn mission. My people need him. And if y'all get killed, I'll piss on your graves. Shaman Erdnot. Well, you know, I can't argue with that, really.
How may I help you, Commander?
How's the crew?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
Alright.
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Thanks for feeding my fish all the time, by the way. Alright, prototypes. Heavy weapon ammo, 6 out of 6. Let's go ahead and research that. Prototypes. Krogan Vitality, 2 out of 2, 5,000 platinum. I don't know. I don't know if I can afford that 2,000 platinum. Hey, Morden.
Still hard to believe Malin betrayed me. Betrayed my work. Disgusted by his actions. Proud of his nerve, though. Always thought he lacked backbone. Hope he finds something new. Better goal, better purpose. Fewer torture tests.
It's always a good sentiment there. Fewer torture tests. You're awfully relaxed about it.
You're really at peace with what happened?
Yes, of course. Can't change what happened. Life continues. Back to mission, back to work. Become like Malin otherwise. Solarian emotional processing faster than other species. Has to be. Short-lived culture can't spend time reminiscing.
You don't feel anything?
So you really don't feel bad at all about what happened on Tachanka?
Yes, correct. Now at least. Greatly distressed at the time. Stages of grief, loss, anger, rationalization. Dealt with it. Most issues settled on Tachanka, some on shuttle back to Normandy.
Malin wasn't like that.
Malin didn't seem like he processed his emotional response. He was obsessed with the genophage.
True, didn't mean to imply that Solarians were healthier emotionally, can still make wrong choices, bad decisions from grief, anger, guilt. Malin couldn't accept feelings. Made decision, executed. Probably before I left for Omega. Wish I'd seen it. Solarians still feel, just resolve it quickly. Explains lack of marriage, can't sustain courtship emotions. Or perhaps based on reproduction. Unsure.
Well, I think now, since you're unsure, you should do some research into that, because I would like to know. What about the research?
What about Malin's data on the genophage? His attempts at a cure?
What about it? Have it over there somewhere. Not dealing with it now. Need to focus on collectors. Not important now, regardless. Appreciate you helping me back on Tachanka. Should get back to work. Wasted enough time already. Lots to do. Talk later?
Okay. Is it later?
Shepard, how can I help?
I want to talk about you.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Having trouble working between your interruptions and Edie's insistence that insane experiments endanger entire crew. Hard to concentrate. Affecting morale. Anything else?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Having trouble working.
Oh,
Anything else?
Alright. Squad
Are there
status?
any medical concerns I should be aware of on the team?
Cerberus personnel in excellent condition. No squad concerns to report. Always some matters, but nothing affecting immediate mission.
Alright.
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Yeah, it might be later. Might be after the next story mission.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I want to talk about you.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Sounds good. I could use some downtime. There's always something, right? The way some people talk, we may as well be dead already. Hard for the crew to relax on this kind of job.
The ship needs a bar. Doesn't the ship already have a bar? It's called Kasami's room?
No kidding. The next Normandy gets a lounge.
They better not need to do this again. Rebuilding everything was a pain in the ass.
I can verify that.
Yeah, I bet you can. I doubt they'll front the money to stitch me back together if we screw it up. It's a hell of a job, isn't it, Shepard? Being the good guys.
Yeah, it usually is. I wouldn't know.
Wouldn't be the high road if it was easy.
You've got to figure if all the people hoping we win stood up, the collectors would have a much bigger fight on their hands. Claws, whatever.
Pincers.
I bet we have a lot more friends once we win. Hope we live to see it.
Ah, we will.
I hear that.
Anyway, I need to get back to work. Good talking to you.
You know, I just noticed that I'm apparently wearing high heels, and look at these floors. These floors cannot be good for walking around in high heels.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
We'll talk
Fine.
later.
Commander.
Let's see who else we can talk to.
No messages for you, Commander.
I know, I just checked my email. Jeez. Alright, cruise quarters. I'm running a bit low there. I know. I don't know how I'll survive. You guys have anything
I
new to
just got
say?
a message from my wife. I've been listening to my daughters giggle over and over.
Alright, that's
That's so cute.
that's weird.
When this mission
No, it's
is
not
over,
cute. It's weird.
I'm gonna give her the longest hug she's ever had.
I'm gonna break her neck. Or her ribs, or something. I like the black Tron outfit that she's wearing. Just needs a little bit of transparent red somewhere.
Anything new?
There is something I've wanted to tell you.
Oh?
I've done many things in my lifetime. I thought the galaxy held nothing new for me. Since joining you, I've realized how much more there is.
Yeah, tell me about your adventures.
You must have seen many things in your years of travel.
As a maiden, I served as a mercenary. I fought tyrants and pirates. I experienced everything the galaxy has to offer. As a Justicar, I saw parts of Asari space few know about. I destroyed villages and saved cities. I even fought a Spectre.
Oh, do tell.
Why did you fight a Spectre?
A Taurian named Nihilus. He may have been on council business, but I witnessed him kill an unarmed civilian. Following the code, I attacked.
I knew Nihilus.
Nihilus seemed like an honorable Turian, and a good Spectre.
He may have been. However, killing unarmed civilians is wrong.
Yeah? Who won?
How did the fight turn out?
I had the advantage, but he was good. He returned fire and tried to run. We played cat and mouse in the wilderness for 2 weeks. It was exhilarating. Finally, he created a situation in which my only options were to let an innocent die or pursue him. The code compelled me to save the innocent, and he escaped. I admire how he adapted and used my code against me.
Definitely not good. You've killed in cold blood. Hey, Pat, how's it going? I completed Morden's loyalty mission.
When we met, I witnessed you kill a merc who had no chance against you.
That mercenary was armed, and I offered her a way out. She chose to ignore it.
Yeah, that's kind of fair. Destroyed a village.
Why would you destroy an entire village?
I tracked Morinth to a remote colony world. She'd perverted an entire town, making them worship her and bring young Asari as sacrifices. When I arrived, she fled, throwing her minions at me in waves. They bought her time with their lives. When it was done, only small children remained. I left them in the authorities' care and continued my pursuit.
I can't really argue with that, I suppose. Being a mercenary?
What was being a mercenary like?
I was a young, impulsive maiden who discovered her talent for combat. I reveled in it, until the day my troop was hired to guard a mysterious shipment on its way to some clandestine drop-off area.
Oh yeah, that's never good.
I discovered the shipment was slaves, to be traded to the collectors for advanced technology.
Why would someone ask this?
You supported the slave trade?
In my foolish youth, I'd certainly engaged in questionable practices, but never anything patently unjust. I demanded that we turn around. My mates disagreed. After they were dead, I brought the ship around. The collector craft was just arriving. They closed faster than I could flee. Fortunately, we were close to the mass relay. I got through, and they did not pursue.
What about the slaves?
What did you do with all the slaves?
I lectured them on the virtues of strength and defending oneself. Then I distributed the armor, weapons, and credits of my dead colleagues, and released the captives on the Citadel.
Not entirely sure that lecturing people who are enslaved is really the best option.
What have your years as a Justicar been like?
Mostly tedium and hardship. Traveling on freighters, wandering through rural areas, rooting out injustices, big and small, putting down corrupt officials. When I arrive in a remote area, individuals often approach me with matters of justice. My judgment rarely turns out the way they hope.
How do you get passage?
How do you pay for transportation between worlds?
Asari captains often welcome Justicars. We reduce pirate attacks. One raid was called off when the pirates were able to verify that I was aboard.
Interesting. Alright. Ready to continue the mission?
We're not done with this yet.
I am sure. It will be my honor to be by your side at the end.
You make it sound final.
You think we're all gonna die?
You've assembled a powerful group, but we are fighting an unknown. I am ready for whatever comes, but I do not fool myself about our chances.
We'll get through.
We'll finish this mission and live to see the end.
I hope you are right.
We looked a lot closer in that shot where it focused on Shepard than in the one where it focused on Samara. Alright, Thane, do you have anything new to say?
Do you need something?
Yeah, I want to talk about you.
Have a few minutes to talk?
If you wish.
The last time we talked, you started speaking about a past event as if you were watching it.
Drell have perfect memories. We can relive any moment in our lives with perfect clarity. It's difficult to control at times. Some of us disappear into, let's call it solipsism.
I love that word, and that is such a great second edition spell. Solipsism?
What do you mean, solipsism?
When a memory feels as real as life, it's as valid as life. Thinking about a moment brings back the smell of cut grass, the warmth of another's hand on yours, the taste of another's tongue in your mouth. Wouldn't you rather lose yourself in such a memory than spend the night alone, staring at walls of metal and plastic?
More than I wanted to know. What about bad memories?
Isn't there a risk that you could lose yourself in bad memories as well?
Of course. Remembering the times I've taken bullets is unpleasant. But I can look at my knee and see it's not shattered. The memories that are hard to escape are those of despair.
More than I wanted to know.
Isn't that a rather personal memory to talk about?
Forgive me. Lately I've spent a great deal of time reviewing my life. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
That's okay. Memories, and please don't start singing.
You can remember everything that happened in your life?
Nearly. I expect if we remembered the birth trauma, we'd never recover from it.
So you remember every hit?
You can relive every assassination you've ever made?
In perfect detail. Every mistake I made. Every target's last breath.
Every pang of guilt?
That sounds difficult. At any moment, you could relive the guilt.
Guilt? No. I've never felt any particular guilt about my contracts. My employers killed them. My body was only the tool they used. If you kill a man with your gun, do you hold the gun responsible?
My gun doesn't have free will.
My gun can't decide right from wrong. You clearly do.
My soul does. But my body is merely flesh. Flesh whose reflexes were honed to kill. Drell minds are different from humans. We see our body as a vessel, and accept that it is not always under our control.
That's convenient. Seems kind of irresponsible. Seems like a good way to say, no, I wasn't really responsible for that horrible thing that I did.
So you don't assume any responsibility for the things you do?
Not every action performed by my body is a result of conscious choices. I take responsibility for those that are. Humans often believe in a soul distinct from the body. A spirit responsible for moral reasoning that lives on after the body's death. Our belief is just a bit more literal.
That memory you had before.
Last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser dot trembles on the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in the scope. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
You know, I find it interesting that when he goes into these memories, the words he speaks are A, you know, poetic, and B, very, no, really, just poetic. It's like, I don't know about you guys, but when I remember something, it's not really poetic. I have imperfect memory, and I already remember every embarrassing thing I've done. Yeah, that would be, yeah. Yeah, similar to that, I already remember too many embarrassing things I've done. Yeah, that was unique.
It was odd that you just blurted that out. Just another vivid Drell memory?
No. She was a vivid person.
So what happened?
Did you take the shot?
Not that day.
Okay.
The last time we talked, you remembered one
Nope,
of your
that just goes back into the same thing. All right.
Bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the
Oh,
target.
I have to go.
She couldn't see me. But
I
she
should get
stared.
back to my duties.
Shepard, I appreciate these chats we have.
Yeah, you're lonely.
You've spent a lot of your life alone, Thane.
Work fulfilled me. Reading. I barely spoke to anyone outside my family. It seems there will be no one to mourn me when I die. You're the only friend I've made in 10 years.
That a poor me, I hear? No. It's never too late to change.
This crew is pretty diverse. You must have something in common with some of them. Get out of this room and talk to them.
I shall consider it. I won't keep you.
You should do more than consider it.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Later. I'd like to consider what we've already discussed.
All right.
I should go.
I shall return to my meditations.
For me, junior high was a lot worse than high school.
There you are.
Hello.
I usually travel hidden away in cargo bays. It's nice to be able to look out a window for a change. Mess Sergeant Gardner might just be an evil genius. Emphasis on the evil. The food's gotten better lately, though. I guess his reputation will take time to heal. I'm not really sure what to do with myself. Not much call for thievery aboard a ship.
Alright, you're just saying the same things. I wish that she had an actual dialogue tree. Let's see. So
Commander's
go.
put together an impressive team. I've never worked with so many aliens before.
They're a small army. We might just pull this mission off.
Of course we will. I'm the protagonist. Besides, look, I've faced the Guardian before. Really, the Guardian. I'm Collectors, Reapers. It's nothing. Hello.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Can we talk?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
Fine, be that way.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Nope, nope. Stop getting stuck on the walls.
Shepard, need me for something?
I just want to talk.
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Of course you are.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Head down and talk to Grunt. We should get some new conversations with him. Maybe. Unless I already talked to him and I'm forgetting that. I mean, it has been a week. Hello.
Shepard.
I want to talk about you.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
I'm branching out. Got a list of enemies now. They all give me joy when I picture cutting them, crushing them. There's this one imprint, a Solarian with the... what are they? The things on his head pulled apart? Bet it caused a generation of revenge. What is that, a few weeks for them?
Oh, that's racist.
So what did you want?
You even trying to get better?
You know, I kind of thought connecting with your past would bring stability.
See, now we're having fun. Me remembering good deaths, and you with your funny human thing you're doing. My job is to hurt things. Direction, control, that's your job, Battlemaster. You're why I'm a soldier, not dead or crazed like an animal. Thank you, Shepard. You gave me purpose. Now let's find something big to kill.
Okay.
Shepard.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
Battlemaster, I have everything. Clan, kin, and enemies to fight.
Alright.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
No. Zaid's not gonna have anything new to say. We haven't talked to Tali in a while. Hey, Tali.
Whenever we have time, I've gotten the migrant fleet's location.
I'll get back to you, Tali.
We need to do that.
Later.
So, yep, not gonna be talking to her until that happens.
I hear that Rupert is actually cooking some good meals lately.
Yeah, right. That Scunner couldn't serve a good haggis if his life
Scunner?
depended on it.
But all haggis tastes like ass anyway.
Aye, but in the right hands, it can taste like mighty fine ass.
Oh, that is creepy. I swear you're sexually harassing her. Alright, nothing.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Why can I, if I talk to her, it always defaults to him? That is annoying. I want to see if she has anything different to say. I mean, obviously she doesn't, because they didn't program it in, but... Hello?
Hey.
I want to talk.
Tell me something I don't know about you.
Nothing to tell. Why?
I'm curious.
I want to know more, and I'm not going away.
I'm here to fight for you. Nothing says we have to be friends, but whatever.
I say we have to be
friends.
friends.
Something you don't know, huh? Obvious stuff, like what's up with my ink, or something else just as boring.
It's up to you.
You're not really interested unless it affects you. I've been through all this shit before.
Oh, what if I really care?
I could be genuine. You have no way of knowing.
I have eyes, and I have history. You'll back off. As soon as you realize you're not the first, and I'm immune to your help.
So then, what do the tattoos mean?
I'll bite. What's with the tattoos?
Some are for prisons I've been in. Some are for kills. You know, good ones. Some are for things I've lost. Those aren't your business. They're nobody's business. And some are because, hey, why the fuck not?
No close
You
relationships?
work pretty hard at not letting people get close.
I've been with lots of people. If you're asking about a boyfriend or a girlfriend, no. It's a waste of time and it never works. You let someone get that close, it just means they need a shorter knife. Lonely and alive works just fine, thanks.
You said lonely.
Seems like you miss it a little more than you want to admit.
Pick every little word apart if you want, but it doesn't change the way the galaxy works. Come on, you've been around.
Well, you must have some friends.
You're tough, but you can't have survived alone all these years.
When I was starting out, I ran with this girl Minara and her boyfriend. They knew their way around. I thought they'd help me. Right. They helped me into their bed, and when we finally did take down something big, they helped themselves to my share of the take. I knew where it was heading, and I got them first. Never bothered with friends after that.
You knew they would kill you?
They sound like selfish pricks. That doesn't mean they were gonna kill you.
I get feelings. I don't need proof. I did the smart thing. I always do the smart thing if people fuck with me. That's probably something you should remember.
You probably don't want to threaten the Avatar.
I have to go, but we should do this again.
Wait. My turn with the questions. People usually walk by now. Why are you really asking all these things?
Because the game lets me.
Shepard.
Yeah, you fascinate me.
I've never met anyone like you.
Whatever. It'll come back to what you can take. It always does. Later, Shepard.
Am I actually doing on... Oh, I can't check here. Well, no, actually I can. Squad... Ah, yeah, I'm maxed out on Paragon. Totally could go for some Renegade points, I suppose. Oh, right. Nope, wrong way. Since I can't talk to you yet, Tali, since you don't say anything new. Alright. Back up to the CIC. Alright. Why am I all the way up here? Would we just, like, drift out to the outer system or something like that? Which doesn't really make any sense. How am I doing on stuff? I can buy more probes. Yeah, I ran out of money and I couldn't get any more probes. Okay, so... I guess we're going to Hawking Edda. Guess Joker left it in neutral. I don't know how we drifted to the outer system, but whatever. Alright, let me make a quick note that I want to come here afterwards. Alright, Reaper IFF, Firewalker, Artifact Collection. Let's check out this world. Teshub. The first and larger of the two gas giants in the Hawking Edda Gateway system, Teshub is composed mainly of hydrogen and helium. The brown and orange coloration in its upper cloud decks are caused by the upwelling of sulfur from lower levels of the atmosphere. It is a moderate world. Hebat. Hebat is a methane ammonia ice giant. When Heavy Metals Exomining of China won the bidding rights to develop the moon of Presrop in the Sentry system, it began by establishing Helium-3 refueling facility on Hebat. The station, completed this year, is considered a model facility by the executives of the state-run company. Though the station produces more than enough fuel to supply the HMEC ships running to and from Sentry, it has a crew of only a dozen for maintenance and oversight. Nearly all the day-to-day operations are automated. It's also a moderate world. I'm going to have to go look up Hebat, because I don't remember that name. Teshub is from Hurrian or Hittite mythology. Schwarzschild, Sentry. I guess we'll head down to Schwarzschild first. Edimus. Edimus is a super-terrestrial world, a third larger than Earth. It is in a post-garden state that clearly shows evidence of attack from space. While now waterless, I don't know, it looks like water to me. The shores of former oceans show patterns of cratering too regular to be anything but saturation bombardment by Dreadnought-class kinetic weapons. Although it is unclear how, most of the atmosphere has been lost. Archaeologists have found little of note. It appears that all settled regions were touched by the global bombardment. The few relics found suggest an advanced spacefaring culture that thrived on the world somewhere between from 20 and 40 million years ago. The level of antiquity makes it impossible to estimate the world's former population, or guess whether it was the race's homeworld or a colony. It is a good world. Ah, okay. Hurrians. I'm actually more familiar with Hittite society. Well, to be fair, there isn't all that much information on the Hurrians. Rahali is a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant. It is notable because none of its moons is larger than 12 kilometers in diameter, a rare trait among the charted gas giants of the galaxy. Well, hey, at least it's not an extrasolar capture. Let's check out you. Lenosa. Lenosa is a hydrogen-helium gas giant. It is surrounded by several thin rings of debris. Analysis of this debris has been difficult due to its extreme age and fragility, but several apparent nano-manufactured materials have been identified. The leading theory is that the inhabitants of Edimus mined the atmosphere for helium-3. Also a moderate world. Whee! Pass right through the sun. Atahil. A typical Venusian greenhouse world, Atahil is only of note for a few scattered craters. Though flattened by millions of years of high pressure, the marks of orbital bombardment strikes are unmistakable. It is generally accepted among academics that whoever hailed from or settled Schwarzschild's second planet Edimus must have had outposts on Atahil as well. Ah, shoot. Keep forgetting that escape takes you back there. I hate that. When you're in one of those planetary things, escape should really take you out of that. Let's hold off on Thorn for now. Let's go to Ver. Alusa? Alusa is a small, dense ice giant with high concentrations of water, ammonia, and methane. A few automated helium-3 fuel stations have been established to refuel the ore freighters shuttling to and from Korang. It is a moderate world. And Sarau? Sarau is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant. Its most obvious features are a pair of gigantic storm cells, one in the northern hemisphere and one in the south. While richer in helium-3 than Alusa, the difficulty of extraction from Sarau's gravity well and stormy atmosphere led to the other gas giant's development. Sarau has over 80 moons, ranging from a radius of 50 to 2,000 kilometers. The Asari Tersicore Council has established an observation post on one of the larger moons to study the planet's twin solar systems. It is a poor world. And let's go to Korang.
Anomaly detected.
Initial surveys of Korang noted its high density and active plate tectonics, suggesting a high internal heat fueled by a greater than normal concentration of heavy elements and radioactives. Early test cores proved the mineral richness of the world, but distance from the mass relay in the Century system made it unprofitable to develop until the late 2183. The atmosphere is a smog of methane, ammonia, and water vapor, a so-called primordial soup similar to the conditions of early Earth. However, there is no evidence of life developing on Korang's surface beyond the level of simple dextroamino acids. The minimal energy output of the red dwarf Ver have created an energy-starved surface environment. Though the planet's volcanism does hold open some possibility for subterranean development. It is a rich world.
Launching probe.
Are there any rich or even good gas giants? Not that I've found, I don't think. Scans have found locations matching the description of Dr. Case's survey sites. Exploring the sites could reveal valuable mission data. Warning, Geth presence detected on planet surface. Use extreme caution. Well, let's go down and land. Check it out. Yeah, I think moderate is the best ones, and I don't think I've seen any that had element 0 either.